Hey everyone, hope you're having an amazing day. It's Code Karen. Welcome to r/Am I the A-hole, where we have one incredible story with comments and an update. If you are new to this channel, a sub would be great. Tap that notification bell. Let's jump right in. Am I the a-hole for telling my mom about my dad's affair and love child because he didn't spend money on a car and vacation for us kids? This all started when my sister used a DNA testing kit and actually found out our dad had a love child from an affair he had years ago. She tracked down the girl and then her mother. The mother admitted that she had an affair with my father approximately 19 years ago, but hasn't been in contact with him after her daughter was born. At first, my siblings and I planned to confront my dad and then force him to tell my mom, but we weren't particularly happy with my dad at the time. He didn't buy my brother the car he was promised, and he didn't take us on the vacation that he promised. We were so angry with him that we decided to just tell mom about the affair and the child, in front of my dad with no warning. So, we planned all this to go down at our last big family dinner. My sister went and got the printed DNA results and confronted our mom. Dad, of course, turned pale, started shaking, tried a half apology, half absolute denial to our mom, and eventually stormed out of the house. The table went silent. Our mom didn't say anything for a while, excused herself, and went upstairs. Our dad has not been back to the house. A few days later, when she had time to calm down, she told us that she's furious at the way we revealed Dad's infidelity. She went on to say that he has given us kids everything we've ever wanted. We've never needed for anything. We really humiliated and hurt him, and we must apologize. Say what? We owe him an apology? I'm shocked. Mom has forgiven Dad way too quickly, in my opinion, and wants to go to marriage counseling, but my dad won't go because he said we destroyed him and some pathetic excuse like that. I don't think my siblings and I did anything wrong, but my mom thinks so. Am I the a-hole, and my siblings, for the surprise attack on my mom, telling her about the affair and love child, or are we justified? Even if the delivery was a little sneaky and vindictive? Edit. Dad is barely talking to us now. It's the silent treatment. But he did come back to the house. My parents are back together, but it's super awkward. I personally think we are not the a-holes because my dad deserves to feel this pain, and my siblings agree. It's only our mom who wants my dad to be happy again. Let's head to the comments. Madeline Gumbo says, "You're the a-hole. You spent zero thought on what this would do to your mom. You only thought of punishing your dad for not spending enough money on you. You went for maximum drama and pain. You do owe your mom a huge apology. And eat some humble pie and apologize to your dad also. Yes, he was a jerk, but he is your dad, and you owe him that much." Twisted Jasper says, "You're the a-hole times a million. Holy F-bomb. You and your siblings are huge a-holes. Quote, he didn't buy the car my brother wanted and didn't take us on vacation. Are you kidding me? I say you kids are spoiled frickin' rotten. Just because you didn't get your luxury items from your father, you're going to make him hate you forever and ruin your parents' marriage? You and your brother and sister decided to light a match on this mess because daddy didn't get you what you wanted, so you resorted to theatrics. Yes, your anger and disappointment is justified due to your dad's cheating, but not thinking how this was going to affect your mom is cruel." Hermione is Black says, "Let me get this straight. You outed your dad over a stupid car and a vacation? Seriously? Obviously, your dad is an a-hole for cheating and in no way gets a free pass. I think you guys are more like him than you think. You act out of selfishness and entitlement and didn't think that your actions have consequences. Your mom is right. The way you outed your dad was humiliating to your mom, and you openly admit that you only did it to spite your father because he didn't buy you stuff. How do you guys sleep at night?" Alpha Muzik says, "You're the a-hole. OMG. This is the most entitled, spoiled brat BS I've ever heard. You didn't even say you did it because you felt like your mom was disrespected and deserved to know, but rather because your dad didn't buy you stuff. How your mom chooses to forgive your dad is none of your concern, especially seeing as you did this out of spite. It seems like your dad is genuinely remorseful for what he did, and your mom, bless her heart, is willing to put the effort in to fix and maintain her marriage. Why isn't anyone talking about the love child daughter from this affair? It's like you were more concerned about the BS car and vacation and not the human casualties. Makes me sick. Azakel says, everyone stinks here, except mom. I agree with everyone calling you entitled spoiled brats. Quote, we didn't get what we wanted, so he deserves to be humiliated. Yeah, you're the a-hole. I also agree what your dad did was wrong, and he shouldn't have kept the affair from your mom for all those years. Now, I don't know what your relationship with your dad was before this came to light, but whatever it was, this just drop-kicked it right into the frickin' dumpster. And from the sounds of it, ditto with your relationship with your mom. At this point, you have two options. Take the L and apologize to dad. See what you can salvage from this. You don't have to forgive him for what he did, but you can certainly apologize for the way you confronted him and for your petty motives. Alternatively, get used to crappy birthdays and holidays, because if you thought not getting the vacation you wanted sucked, boy, is it going to get much worse now. Quark Wright says, letting your mother know that her husband had an affair and fathered another woman's child isn't in and of itself a bad thing. In fact, most of the time, it's the right thing. The problem is that your motives were extremely corrupt. You didn't take him aside and call him out on the affair. You didn't say, if you don't tell mom the truth, we will. You decided to have a gotcha moment at the dinner table because you were angry that he didn't give your brother a car and didn't take y'all on your precious vacation. This was about petty vengeance. This wasn't something noble or good. You hurt your mother. And it sounds like your dad has been good to you and you just threw him under the bus like trash. He was wrong to cheat, but that doesn't mean that you were right to do this. That makes you the a-hole. The Azure Rose says, can we say arrogant little brats? You and your siblings are absolutely disgusting and entitled jerks. You didn't do this to help your mom at all. You did it because you weren't given a car and a vacation that you felt was owed to you, for whatever godforsaken reason. And you also wanted to punish your father for something that had nothing to do with you. If this was an ongoing affair where he was leading a double life between two women, then sure, I can understand being upset and heated. But that's not the case. It happened 19 years ago. This should have been handled with discretion. How come no one is talking about the child he had because of the affair? You all should hop into therapy to deal with your anger issues. Newsflash, you aren't the one to decide what's right and wrong here. This is between your parents. So get off your high horse and apologize. You and your siblings are the a-holes. Update. I didn't realize so many people would come to my dad's defense. You won't get a fight from me. All you guys are right. We grew up with a lot of money, and our parents have been very generous. Maybe too generous. My sister was the one who really wanted to out my dad in that way, and my brother and I were too dumb to stop her. Instead of focusing on the sister we just found out about, it was all done to hurt my dad. I have to be honest and say that I wanted him to hurt because he really hurt all of us. The car and vacation cover story was just a way to justify getting back to him. Not sure where this family goes from here, but I just wanted to tell everyone that yes, all three of us are a-holes, and our motivation was spiteful due to another one of his betrayals. I have come to suspect that maybe my mom knew about this affair and the love child the whole time, but wanted to protect us kids from all that. Our last comment is from Mrs. Minot, who says, maybe I'm the only one, but I view this in a slightly different way. The siblings became aware of his indiscretion. Cheating affects the whole family in many different ways. They saw that the dad basically got away with no one finding out about the affair, let alone a love child. And then they saw him break not one, but 2 different promises to his children. Y'all assume it's about the money. Maybe it is, and I'm off base here. But it really feels like they are feeling deeply hurt and betrayed because once again, the dad chose to break his promises. He broke his promise to protect the family and be loyal to his wife. That's the promise you make when you make the commitment to marriage and having children. Then, he broke the smaller promises of a car and a vacation. Those sound like recent promises. Were those kids vindictive? Absolutely. But it sounds like they were planning to out him one way or the other. They just opted for the harsher way because once again, Daddy Dearest lied his butt off. Everyone stinks here. Dad, because he seems to be a habitual liar who's now playing the victim. Kids, because they went all in on a vengeance plan without thinking how it could really hurt their mom. And Mom, because she is enabling Dad's crappy behavior. I have to agree with the update. There is more to this story than we know. I think the mom knew about the affair and the child. Maybe there was a payoff from the mom to this woman to stay away from the family? More to come, I'm sure. 2 can play at this game. Hey Code Karen community, what would you do in this situation? I'd love to hear your comments. See you in the next story.